go. All right, guys. Here we are again with Lost Hombres, episode 21. We're officially legal age of drinking. So, and smoking weed in California. Wow. So we've officially reached 21. Woohoo! Now, who are we with today?
Charlie.
You know you've been on the show like, what, 4 or 5 times now?
They started thinking that I'm part of the show too, bro. And I'm like, no, I'm just a guest right now.
Yeah, you put it.
Yeah.
Anybody that interacts with the show, it's like part of the story, right? You can't, if they're a character in the book, they're still part of the what?
Of the story, yeah.
Whatever part you play is an important part of the journey.
Yeah, that's cool. No, you're right.
A comet had to hit, or an asteroid had to hit the Earth to make the moon. It had to happen.
Yeah, it had to happen. And will happen one time.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to talk about today?
Well, we're going to talk about magic. We're going to talk about, how to understand that we are these like magical computer systems, and people don't realize the power that the mind has. Like I was telling people this today because we were having that meeting, not a meeting, like a luncheon at our workplace, and we were talking about how everything in reality that you see around you is actually was first made in someone's mind before it ever came to reality. Mm-hmm. So everything that you see that's human made actually started first in the universe inside of our minds before it ever physically came out. Mm-hmm. Because that's how we conceptualize things. Mm-hmm. So this is all what humans are capable of, but they have to use the 3D rendering engine in their mind to be able to do this.
So like printed some stuff.
And that's that magic that I can like a computer 3D print something, like using my mind to have the schematics of like how it operates and what it should look like. And then I can literally put the pieces of the universe together to make this thing come true.
I just thought about it something because I do music. Siempre nos preguntan like
all songs that started where?
Yeah, over here. But you gotta do like a ta-da-da. Instead of like projecting it, you're like so that starts projecting some stuff. And I'm thinking about it like ahorita que me estás diciendo como que no, we need to project all stuff. Siento que when people, they don't know it's themselves, no lo pueden proyectar because they don't know how to work everything that they have.
They're not aligned.
No, they're not aligned. Yeah. Yo lo veo como que on music, they always tell me like, if you know your instrument, you're a musician. Tienes que conocer cada ritmo, a chord and everything, but you need it to go back and forth. And people can create the thing because why? Because they know the guitar, they know the drums, they know everything. But if you think about it yourself, pues yo no sé cómo funciona. I don't know how, pero no sé cómo plasmar esto si ni siquiera sé cómo funciona cada cosa.
And it's also like this. And if you take a guitar apart, when does it become a guitar?
I'll tell you.
And when does it not become a guitar? Right. So like once you take the piece, like at what piece is it no longer considered a guitar?
Oh yeah, you're right. No, the piece hasta que desarmas todo.
Now theoretically, all the pieces are still there, but if they're not put together, are they still guitar? Right.
Yeah.
And so another thing that I was talking about is like the universe is coded, right? And so the way it works is like if you're on a website, right? Like we're on YouTube, and if you press F11, what's going to happen? That little screen pops up, and then you see all the coding, right?
Coding and everything.
Now that coding is actually what we're seeing.
Sí.
But it's just set in a different way.
Yeah, because if presionas a key, it's going to pop up a number. It's going to put up numbers. Yeah.
So it's technically as above, so below.
Sí.
So whatever's happening to the bottom is happening to the top. And that's how we exist with reality. Right? Yes. And that's why when you fix inside, that people will notice the spark wear on the outside. They will feel your energy as you're changing the coding within.
Yeah. And I notice people, they don't know how to... I see myself as a mecha, and then go aquí someone who's playing around inside my head, but people, they don't know how to use the controls. They have it over there, but they don't know how to use it.
Exactly.
Tienen como un yate caro, y nomás es como, here you have it. But I don't know how to use it because no one tells me to.
And it's because they have had a system in place that takes away that understanding of it. And also, be realistic here. It's very hard to activate full magic use before full maturity.
Yeah.
Because it's like you actually have to reach that level of maturity for your brain to fully activate, and then you can use the full potential of the human body. So like you're literally in like the tutorial up until about 25. And everybody kind of goes through that like, wait a minute, I'm online now.
I heard that it's something that we don't desarrollamos until the 25. That's like a mechanism that calls for our
the prefrontal cortex.
Yeah.
That's the last part of the brain. That's why this is a very sensitive part of the brain. That's why the third eye is right here. Because this is the last part of the brain that develops.
Okay. Yeah, so I heard about it.
Yeah, you can't see reality at the until you are able to actually mature that opening.
Yeah, because you're like an NPC, still like a kid, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, kids go with the flow of nature. Like, so if everything's, they're just gonna go with it. They don't really fight it as much as you get older. Teenagers is probably the first level of rebellion that you really start to see that thought process, but really it's more herd mentality.
Yeah.
They're trying to find their herd, their people. They're trying to, understand their place in comparison to others. So that's when comparisons start to really arise. And then at 16, they finally can see a future. And that's important because that's part of being able to control the way you work space-time. So what they like, this is what magic is. So magic's gonna sound really like crazy when I first say it, right? When I tell you your brain has the power to bend space and time at your will, what does that sound like?
It's like you can control everything. Yeah.
What, right? Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, right? But what is space-time? Miles per hour, right?
Yeah, miles per hour.
Okay. And I can choose to walk in a direction going what? Miles per hour.
Yeah.
I'm bending space-time in my will.
Yeah. You're always doing it.
Yeah.
If you think about it, you're always doing it. I'm doing
exactly.
That right now. Yeah.
So we make it seem like, but this watcher can't do that.
Yeah.
It can't. I could leave it, then it's never going to do that.
No.
Only we can.
And we're talking about that. We have already explained the basic stuff about magic. I had experience with four brujos. They were like, you're gonna burn an earth. You're gonna do that. It's gonna happen to you. The thing is, I'm talking about I know myself. Those people, they don't know me. And when they put a little thought on myself, that's a little like binding spell. But it's not if you see it really reality, it's not a spell. They put in a thought inside my head. Yeah, I think it's like a spell. So everything that happens wrong on my outside, I'm gonna be like, no, si me hicieron algo, ya valí madres, que no sé qué. But it's a thought. And when you were like trying to do an amarre, they ask you to, okay, tell these words that I'm gonna tell you for you, and I need you to believe on them. Y ahí estás haciendo un embrujo tú without knowing that you don't need that guy. That guy just like letting you know that que vas a creer en este because you believe in that. Todas sus palabras ponen en
it's like street level like preaching.
Yeah, for sure.
You want a little spirituality?
Yeah.
You need a light in your life? What do you need? You need to talk to the big guy? What's up?
Yeah.
The third all-seeing eye? What's up?
And it's kind of funny because Tom Cruise explained it to me.
You might as well do prayer. That's why it's called the desperate what?
Yeah.
Prayer, right?
Yeah.
Because you are essentially so think about what people do, even if they're not spiritual.
Yeah.
When shit hits the fan, how many people pray to something?
Okay.
How many of them are like, I don't do this, but if there is a God, why do they do that? And they're like programmed to do that.
Yeah.
Because something in you just does it.
Yeah.
No one told you to do. They do this when no one's around.
Yeah.
And we all know that people do this because we all know someone that's done it or we've done it at some point. Like, if you make this happen, if you make this one miracle take place, I will finally change. You even offer something.
See.
I will give this.
Yeah, you're still doing exchange.
Yeah, you're doing alchemy. I'm giving you a deal. Please, give me this, right? But again, that's all goes back to this. I'm out of synchronization with the universe. So I'm having to desperately pray for this thing to happen because I've lost my faith a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I'm accessing the universe in hopes that what?
Yeah,
it will listen, even though I haven't been.
Yeah. You
see what I'm saying? That's why they keep having to pray, because they know they're not living in the way
they want to be.
The spirit would want them to. You know how I know? Because they can feel it in them.
Okay. Yeah, they feel something wrong. I'm talking about me. You sentía que I had something rotten inside me because I was not living the life that I wanted.
Yeah, it was rotten. It was dark.
Yeah.
It was that room that you don't go in because it's dirty. You don't want to look in there. It's that one drawer that
and you know your son had something wrong, pero no es como que lo digas, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just kind of like don't bring it up, but you know it's there.
But if I don't bring it back, I'm gonna be fine.
It's like the closet that has all the crap in it, and you're like, please don't open that.
Sí, exacto.
And you've been telling yourself for like 3 years, I'm going to clean that closet out.
I mean, you never do.
And you
Porque
just,
no quieres ir a ver lo que hay es inside
and then
there.
it's just getting worse.
You don't want to see what's inside there because you don't want to face it.
Yeah.
So it's better like, I'm going to pretend it's not there.
And then that's called suffering.
Yeah.
Suffering is knowing you can change it, but accepting to not.
Yeah.
And it just hurts.
See, and
that's why so there's pain, there's discomfort, and then there's suffering. Pain is abnormal.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like, ow, that's not normal. Discomfort is the process of change.
Yeah.
And suffering is accepting that there's change and not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
Again, because pain's not normal. So there's something wrong. Discomfort's normal.
Yeah.
But suffering's accepting that there's a change.
You think there's a punch in there?
But how many people in unhealthy relationships do that?
A lot.
They're like, well, como dicen, los demonios que conoces no son los que no.
Sí.
It's like, yeah.
Sí, ya te entendí. It's because the thing is,
say the demons I know.
Yeah, and that, you know what's going on? Because we as human beings, we think if it's the love of my life, he or she will know what I'm thinking right now and when I want to.
And you know what? They're right.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because they're talking about telepathy.
They're trying to.
And telepathy is feeling at a distance.
But you need to have more.
When you are on common sense land and you connect with another human, what do you start to feel? We know quantum entanglement is real.
No, you're right. Yeah.
So when something's wrong with them, you start to what? You can feel it.
You can feel it.
Remember, we have to remember we are divine creatures.
Yeah.
So we have to believe in magic. We have to believe that even if we can't see it, right, it can happen because we can bend reality, okay, in our minds. And then when we can read energies, just like a radio frequency, right? How many frequencies are there possible?
A lot.
An infinite.
A lot.
Okay. So that means within space, there's an infinite space.
Yeah.
And so if you send out a certain frequency within all the space time, that one can what? Go through. But you will only connect to people you have met.
Yeah.
Because outside of that, you don't have a what?
A connection. Yes.
And the more time you spend with their vibration, the more you start to feel their what?
Yeah, you're right, because what happens to a couple that have like a long distance relationship.
Yep, couples. It happens to children and parents. It happens to twins.
Brothers.
Yeah, siblings. People that spent a lot of time with that energy. They'll even be like, do I need to call them today?
You feel it.
You do. What is that?
That happened to me this week.
That's telepathy, because it's feeling at a distance.
Tengo una buena relación with the Dominican guy. We always go to the gym and work out.
Yeah.
Something happened on Wednesday. I called him and he didn't answer. And I was like, okay, we're not fighting. I know, knowing this guy, something happened. And I guess right. And the next day he was like, hey, my phone broke down. I had to buy a new one. And I was like, I knew it. This guy is not like that. And I know he knew that I was trying to reach him.
And that is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So that is possible.
Yeah.
But you have to be aware, in tune with yourself. And I'm willing to bet, you know what? I'm willing to bet people in healthy relationships aren't complaining. So that's why you never hear about them.
Yeah.
What are they going to complain about?
Nothing. They don't have to.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't have to.
So you're not going to hear about what's going on with them because they're happy.
Yeah.
And so that's what you have to remember too.
So you always need to remember you don't need no one, but the only person you need is yourself. Yeah.
You have both energies already, but when you are vibrating your highest frequency, right? Someone's going to find you what?
Your frequency.
Attractive.
Yeah.
See.
Because on yourself, you get to the right frequency and everyone's looking around.
That's attractive. So I'm bringing what I deserve.
Yeah.
And again, if I'm living at my peak and I'm not focused on anybody else, why wouldn't the person that I feel connects with me best be my best fit? Are they crazy? Because I am.
Yeah.
But again, I would only choose somebody that resonates with me.
And that's what happened with a lot of people.
And if you're authentic and real from the very beginning, that you never go through what? The deception phase. That doesn't even, it's not a thing for you.
You know, outside with a friend, he was having issues with the girlfriend. And he told me everything. Oh, I have a decision that I'm not going to tell him no more because I respect his privacy. But I told him, you know what's your problem? You're trying to adapt for a different person. No one's going to adapt for yourself. I don't know why you're going to do that because you're showing something that you are not.
That's the alter
ego. and you created this inner thought of magic that I think this is the right way. This is the right guy. I create a character. This is my character.
And you're trying to fight the laws of what? Nature.
Nature. Because you're trying to be something.
Just like dating online.
Yeah.
Is trying to fight the laws of what? Nature.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
You're trying it's reality.
It's just I think it's just an addiction because you scroll down now if you get something.
Because it's a mental.
Yeah, it's a mental thing, and you're wasting a lot of time. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna start changing.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. See.
When you sit there spending your time investing that thing, that's what you're coding into your soul.
Yeah.
When you lie, what's that? A code into what?
In your soul, and you know you're lying. And you have to keep that line, and you know it's not true, but you got to keep it together. Yeah. And you get tired, and you get all frustrated, and you're like, este güey sabe. And you're thinking like, okay, este güey dijo algo aquí, maybe he knows. No, you're not. Y ya estás viviendo como que.
The Smeagol shows up.
Yeah, the Smeagol's.
They knows.
They knows.
They knows.
No me acordaba de ese.
They knows this.
They knows this.
About the secrets. It's us.
Ah.
And now you're plotting against an army that's not even there.
Ajá. Y te haces enemigos y no sé qué tanto. But it's kind of funny. You create an alter ego, and sometimes you create another alter ego, lying to yourself. Y no dices que no tienes envidia, pero tienes envidia.
Here's the multiple personalities.
Yeah, multiple personalities. It's because you're a guy.
Depends who I'm with. I'm gonna what?
Yeah, switch.
Like a chameleon, but then again, remember. If you become the light is everything.
Yeah.
So I can be anything at all times because I'm just me.
Mm-hmm.
So I go with my flow. So if I feel like wearing this or doing this, that's me that day.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't matter for anybody else. It's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Y muchas veces nos sentimos solos. We feel alone because we're not faithful to yourself. And I'm not in a lie.
We live in a box, and boxes can have secrets.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
You're right.
You seen that movie?
Mm-hmm. No, I haven't seen that movie. Is it cool?
It's about the sins, and then it's like, what's in the box? And anyways,
okay.
There's something in the box. Okay, but again, what is a box for? Hiding
stuff.
Secrets.
Keep secrets.
In the box.
Uh-huh.
And who doesn't make boxes?
Us.
God doesn't make boxes.
Doesn't or does?
Doesn't.
No.
Where do you see squares?
I never.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
There's no squares in nature.
Okay, no, there's no squares in nature.
Exactly, because it makes spirals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We create the circle.
Yeah, we create the square.
The square.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, look. So there's Y, X.
Mm-hmm.
What are these two?
Y and X too?
No, space time.
Space and time. See.
Space and time, right? Because miles per hour. It takes time to go through space.
And time. Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
That means that everything in the universe is
space and time.
Exactly. And no two things can be in the same place at the same
time.
Exactly, right? And that's why the entire idea of space-time is it's a fluid.
Yeah.
We're in a fluid vacuum of space-time.
Yeah, that's why.
Because everything has to be in equilibrium like in water. It's homogeneous.
We need to go.
So even us being in air and water, we are in a liquid time frame.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everything can coexist because it always has somewhere to what?
To go and move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, space and time.
Exactly.
And
that's
can
the
be
flow.
Ourselves.
And the gap right now, what's happening is the universe is actually like a donut.
Yeah.
And it's actually like a line. So, and then it floats like on almost like water.
Yeah.
And then a black hole is literally like a hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just dives down.
Yeah.
Because it's so strong, it's like you would fall into the hole.
Yeah.
But
gravity.
Exactly. But it's actually it's like a swimming pool.
Okay.
It's floating in air. It's like a swimming pool, but then there's like the hole.
See, the guys.
Yep. And then it's like, so space time again. So the reason why they think that we're floating on a turtle is because what does the bottom of a donut look like?
Bottom of a donut, see.
Yeah, like a shell.
Like a shell.
Exactly. And so they think we're floating on a turtle because they're like, where's the universe going? It's floating on a tortuga.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why it's floating on the turtle because it's a toroidal at the bottom. Toroidal. The toroidal. Yeah, that's why we're floating on turtle.
I saw pictures about turtle holding the universe, but I was like, I don't get the meaning of it. But, you think of it because that's cool.
It's a donut.
Yeah.
And we're floating on it.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
See, that's why the turtles live more longer. No.
But yeah, the reason is because of the shape.
Yeah.
Of the dome.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they say it's a turtle that's carrying it. Yes.
Okay, yeah. You know
So
what?
now
You
so
blew
so
my mind,
look.
but yeah.
So the reason why they say God spoke in there. Okay, so space time happens,
Yeah.
but then there's just what? Nothing.
Nothing.
Void.
Uh-huh.
Because there's an absence of
Space and
light.
time. The light. Okay.
What's vibration and frequency? It's light.
Yeah, light. Okay.
So the voice of God created the universe
The
because the spark of light came from the
Big Bang,
voice, the vibration of the initial creation.
Uh-huh.
And so once it started speaking itself into existence, what is speaking? It's frequency.
Yeah.
And so it's frequencing itself into existence,
See.
which is how you get the universe.
Yeah.
And so God spoke, and now remember this too. So you know how they say I have 7 days?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we know about space-time? And you see this in Inception. What do they say? Some planets, because of the way space-time operates,
they go more slower.
It's exactly. So 1 day there is how many here?
Okay, puede ser una hora, an hour or something. Yeah,
yes.
I get it.
So 7 days to God in space-time doesn't equate to our years.
So it was more faster for him.
Yes, because he's in a different space-time.
Yeah, maybe it was like an hour for us.
Exactly. And so this is something else I was thinking about, the Anunnaki and the aliens and the ancient civilizations. If the Anunnaki came to Earth, right, and they evolutionized whatever the apes, right? Let's say they gave us life and purpose and all that. Like they programmed us, like they saw the potential of this planet and they activated the human species, right? Okay, so let's say they did all that.
We got 2 people now.
Now the Anunnaki. So let's say the Sumerian, the people were correct. That's one of the oldest civilizations ever. Talked about that we came from aliens essentially. And that we're a hybrid of like those aliens and the apes that were here. Okay. So let's just say they did come by and they left these pyramids and all these ancient technologies, right? Well, again, Inception has taught us that you can be on a different planet and you can have 10 years there. And how many years passed here?
You know, it makes sense because in the book, Le Cuatro Acuerdos, they say that this is a dream. And we can our mind can get to a different dimension.
100%.
So it makes sense what you're saying, and Inception trying to explain it to us. You're right. Maybe God is in a different dimension that has less time.
Yes.
Yeah. It makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
Because what they are there is thousands here.
Yeah, it makes sense. A lot of sense.
And if he can go beyond the space-time continuum, he can understand all realities.
Yeah, because this is
from
a dream.
His perspective.
This is a dream. They say it on the book, on the Cuatro Acuerdos, dicen, este es un sueño de humo.
It's a dream of an intelligent being because it's an all-intelligent being. So remember, in order for us to receive the intelligence, they have to break it up into pieces that can appreciate that knowledge it's receiving.
Yeah.
Also, like think about it this way: like our reality is like if you took Minecraft, right? Yeah. I'm sure you've seen Minecraft or played Minecraft at some point, right? Okay. So Minecraft, there's the regular game, right? And the regular game is really what? Fucking slow, right? Like if you wanted to do a fraction of the creating power and creative mode in the real one, it would take you what? Like you'd have to be mining for what?
For getting
months and months. Okay. So that's what makes creative mode so much what?
Easy.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like fuck it, right? But if the original mode didn't matter, creative mode wouldn't be as what?
Good and fun.
Because you can't compare it. Now, think about dreams compared to real life. Why are dreams so awesome? Because real life is like, oh man, it's all. So we can break the rules of reality in here and be like, this is awesome. And then come back and be like, wow, like I can appreciate freedom. Because if I just had this part, what the fuck is life?
Nothing.
Like you would get so, like imagine if you just had Dreamland. What's the point at some point?
Well, you get everything easy. You gotta get frustrated because it's
at some point you get bored.
Yeah,
you'd be like, what's the point of like being here anymore?
Yeah,
I don't. Or it's like the Hulk that takes over the universe. They always get to that point to like, or Thanos. I think he won once and he was like, I'm bored.
Yeah,
like I'm bored here. What do I do? There's nobody here.
You want to start over and just have
and then he just makes people essentially because he's like, well, I'm bored. I need people to talk to, and they don't want to live. And then I get the whole process would start again because they get bored.
Yeah.
So that's why life is so crazy because we need it to be this like grind of a thing so that we can go and enjoy it in dreamland, which is heaven or whatever you want to call it, right? The coding land.
Yeah.
Where you can do whatever the hell you want. Pinocchio land. Now,
Binocular.
yeah, where he goes, he's like, right? Okay, another way to view. So, what about nightmares?
Okay.
Well, have you ever played with mods?
Mhm.
Harder mode,
Mhm.
hardcore mode.
Yeah.
What's a fucking nightmare?
It's okay, a hard mode. Okay.
What if life had flying wolves?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, okay.
What if life came at me and this was the mod we were playing? That's like you're like modifying life in your mind so that you can like experience it.
Uh-huh.
But the only way you can appreciate that experience is because you had to have what?
Real life. Yes. You need to have experience so you can create your own dreams and everything. Yeah. Sí, cierto. Es que en el libro Los Cuatro Acuerdos they explain it. It's all a dream and we're gonna forget about it, so we need to write it down. But at the end of the day, this is a different dimension. Our mindset, that's why we get like that negative thoughts, like, ¿por qué estoy pensando esto?
Yeah.
You get it from a different dimension all the time. Y lo explica en el libro.
Yeah, it's like your spirit.
It's because we can receive all kind of information, but we only focus on what we care.
It's your masculine energy kicking in.
Uh-huh.
Because who's the dick? The guys.
The guys.
Fuck you. Da, da, da. Who gives you a hug? The girls. Come here.
The girl. Yeah.
Right.
That's why we
little
have
kids
feminine.
are, yes.
That's
But the little asshole shows up when you grow up as a man.
As a man. So that's a masculine fit. Okay.
That's what. Yeah. Because it comes from the mind, the positive.
También las mujeres tienen la
they have the feel.
Yeah.
And we all start feminine.
Yeah.
That's why there's like when you're younger, we kind of look like we're all kind of the same feminine energy.
Yeah.
Because the masculinity really hasn't kicked in yet.
Yeah.
We all get masculinity. We all get the adult brain, the umph brain, but it affects us differently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we do get that little negative voice. It's in there.
It's in
like,
there.
Get your shit together. Get it.
Uh-huh.
And it also, like, think about it this way. So I explain this to people. So you have positive energy, which is stress, and you turn into steam, right? Like in the cartoons, they get the red face and they get what?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Right?
Normal.
Yeah, and their head pops.
Yeah.
Right? You're gonna fucking bob, right? That's increase in energy. Or in spirituality, you can call it polarization because magnetic poles.
Okay.
So magnetic fields are very important in the way the universe operates.
Okay.
Yeah, so positive energy would be the male, right? And then negative would be the female because females receive and males provide. It's like the way the organs work and everything. And it even comes to like guys like to think and women like to feel, right? And feelings need to be met and thinking needs to what?
Yeah.
Come out. Or else I'm gonna what? Go crazy. I gotta talk to somebody about it, right? Like I just need to express myself. And so feeling is providing feeling is receiving while thinking is providing.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
See?
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about positive and negative. There's like equation in mathematics. It's very simple. You know, the positive and positive create negative. So men and men together, it's a negative thing. We can create negative emotions. But a woman, negative and negative, they can create positive emotions. That's why we can create life. And not the men, we cannot create life without the woman.
Yeah, we need each other. I like to think that it's going to sound interesting when you think about it, but the sun impregnates the earth. Yeah, like that's how it works. Like it's sending the signals of how do we create energy with each other. Okay. So if you think of a tree, trees are the counterpart to humans. They are our equal. Except they come from the complete opposite side of us. So we breathe in the oxygen and they breathe in the carbon dioxide. But they have leaves, we have hair. They have branches, we have arms and twigs and branches. They have roots, we have roots. We have a trunk. We're trees. Yeah. The only thing that's different about them is they receive their energy from the actual sun. And then the earth is essentially their mover for how, like the earth itself is like a mechanism to give them what they need, right? So the water with the moon is moving the water, right? So the moon and earth work as a team. And that movement of the water is what's helping the trees breathe and like keep going, right? So they base themselves off the mother, right? And they rise up towards the father. Okay. And then they are using the earth material to then transform it into organic material using the father and the mother together to create like the apple, which is the organic material that we use, right? Okay. That's when it really goes organic fully. Because you're not going to eat bark, but you will eat this, the apple. And that is the combination of the what?
together,
and that's the birds and the bees, everything to make that one fruit, so that we can eat it. So it's creating earth and giving it to us, and then we create fertilizer. So we are their opposite counterparts. But they are our equal. We need each other.
Siempre. It's an endless
That's
cycle.
why their leaves look like they have veins.
Okay. Sí, cierto. You're right. And you can see videos that the earth's breathing. Yes. Oh no, the earth is breathing. That it's the movement of the water, the movement of everything is what helps everything create. So before we are animated, the earth has to animate what? Itself. So that it, you thinking about it, muchas veces la gente, if you want to help someone, you gotta help out yourself first. So the earth is always showing us that if we want to create life, the earth
will kill us. I'm not even like think about it, right?
It will get to a point,
It will literally go nuclear on its own, because the earth doesn't need us. We need the earth. The earth has been through a lot of what?
Of things.
You think this is the most toxic the earth has ever been?
Nah.
No, and life still showed up. It's still got a couple billion years while it's still, and again, to God who could that's just 7 days. Whatever, bro. Like in his reality or whatever you want to call it, right? That the all being reality, right? It doesn't bother them. It's not something that's going to be on their mind. So this is something that we have to understand too. Like when we're trying to conceptualize like our purpose or like what is our meaning, our meaning is to allow that blend of fusion of like that positive and negative energy that what creates reality to be at its fullest capacity. Like that's all it really is. It gave us consciousness, the greatest gift of creation to create. And we can even procreate, which is creating with knowledge, right? And so we have the ability to create the way that the God can create. Right? It's like, here you go. Go for it. Use your creation tools.
Think about it. And because we know ourselves, we can create stuff.
Now, if the planet purges us, well, it just makes new ones. Like maybe like theoretically there would have been dinosaur people.
Well, maybe it's going to be a second Noel second part.
I don't know if you know this, but the most important part of humans is the fact that our spine goes into our head. We're the only animal. Every other animal, if you notice, it goes what?
Like this.
Because they're bending the will of what?
God. We don't.
We don't. We observe.
Es lo que digo mi teoría. I think we are God.
We are,
everyone's God. And we're trying to help out. That's why. Porque somos el único animal that we can talk.
Exactly.
Because,
we're natural.
We're talking the language of God.
We have divinity. The word magic, divinity, chakra, all that, it's all the same. It's just different languages of it. It's all the same.
We got lost on the languages. Oh no, it's the Tower of Babel.
The Babel.
Tower of Babel.
But I don't think that was God that did that at the end of the day. Because God doesn't have a language. God is a feeling. I think people did that. People are corrupt.
You think people start to create languages so they can like not communicate with others?
What? Did you know that?
No,
think about it, right? So why do we have legalese? You know what that means?
Legalidad.
French words for English law. Why are they using French words to explain the law?
You're right.
Why would they use words that don't make sense? It's the same idea that when you buy V-Bucks, it's not dollars, it's V-Bucks. So you don't see the what? So when you have to pay for this in V-Bucks, you don't think in dollars, you think in what?
V-Bucks.
But all those V-Bucks are actually what? Dollars. And then those dollars are time. Why is it better to give you $1 than show you all the hours you had to put into something? Because when I show you this, you're like, oh, that's cool, but you forgot how many hours it took you just to get that. So if you compared it, would you really want it at the end? Think about it, right? All those hours of work of your life for what you actually get. If you actually saw it, you'd be like, this is all I'm going to get for that. All that work I did. What the hell? But that's why we undervalue our work and our thing, because we're not feeling valued. Because even if I give 100%, I don't change the outcome of my reality in the end. And so we are decentivized to some extent, other than performance reviews, right? But if you had your own company, the entire thing, every time you work every day, it's for who?
For me.
And who's gaining all the value? Who's gaining from all the passion they're putting in it?
And that's
So,
the thing. People they need validation because they're like, okay, I'm not worth enough. I'm needed from other people, and it's like you lost yourself because you try to be a different guy who values you more. You start to create a character que le caiga bien a todos en vez de ser como
I'll
que
treat you.
it happens to anyone.
Because anybody can fall into the system.
Either that or puede ser envidiar a las personas y decir que todo lo hacen mal.
Well, it's like saying any car can have engine failure.
Yeah, any car.
Well, because it's a car.
Yeah.
Like it can't have an engine failure. It wouldn't be a car then. It doesn't have an engine. So if you're a human being, you're gonna have human errors.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
Yeah, you gotta accept it, and it's fine. It's your gut feeling that's saying, you know what, I'm gonna trust myself, but I'm happy even if I'm making a decision and make a mistake or not.
And that's the key. People have to stop trying to think that happiness is what they're looking for, because they have to remember whatever happens to the top is going to happen to the as above, so below. Right?
Yeah.
And so if people think that if they're having a good time, they're just going to end up at some point having what?
Something.
A bad time. Because whatever goes up has to come down. And not down, but down.
Yeah.
Okay? They think that, they're just going to go back to baseline. No. You're going to go from here to down here. If you're an addict, you're going to go from high to low, right? If you are a partier, at some point you're going to be a what? And then you're like, I'm never going out. I'm missing out. And then they got to go what? And then it's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
Instead of just cruising. Having moments of spikes and then back to what?
Yeah. Bottom.
Flow.
Being
current.
Seguir a flow. Es que you cannot control it. You gotta make decisions, but you gotta go with the flow with the decision you make.
Yeah, and well, I didn't mention this one earlier, but so when you get low on your feelings, you turn into ice, right? So you steam is high on your mind, and when you get into your body, you go into cool, which is ice.
Cool now.
And you're low, depressed, passive, whatever. Sure, okay, because that's low energy. So you got to get into your body. So when people are cold, they want to what? They shiver because they need to activate.
Empiezan a activar,
You gotta get out. You gotta get out of your body into your head, right? But if you're too in your head, you need to cool down. That's why you sweat.
Yeah.
Why are you sweating? I'm not. Why you sweat? You nervous? No.
Yeah, está todo frío.
Because you gotta cool off.
Yeah.
So you want to be like water. Now think about why water is the best. Well, if you hit water really hard, if you come at water too fast, who's gonna win?
The water.
Oh yeah. What do they tell you? You hit water at a certain speed. It's like hitting a what?
A wall.
And the water's not going to even notice.
No, because it was flowing.
You bounced off the water.
Yeah.
I was like, what's that?
You need something?
Because the only way to get to water is you have to come in what? Smooth. You got to work with it.
Yeah. Tienes que adaptar.
Yeah. Exactly. So if you come at me too fast, it won't bother me. It's going to really hurt you, though.
Yeah. Because
the faster you come at me, the more it's just going to recoiling back at whatever you do. Because you're going to feel like shit after he didn't respond the way I thought he would.
Yeah.
How was I supposed to respond? And then boom, right? We're already. And then so when you're able to stay like water, you're also able to not be affected by ice and vapor. Right? You can get them to what? Come down to, if you put water on ice, what wins?
If you put water on ice, pues se va a empezar a hacer frío. Yeah.
No, the ice melts.
Yeah, sí, cierto.
How do you defrost something? Just put water on it.
Put water on it. Hot water or not? Yeah.
Just regular water. We'll defrost it because the temperature's already.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Same thing with vapor, right? Like if you put water, it'll because it's. You're gonna collect it back because the water is gonna collect it. So the reason why it's important too is because now you understand that there's these different layers that exist within the system. So you have the ice, you have the water, and then you have the steam. And so depending on when people are at, the one thing you need to remember this is too, you need space and time. Anytime that you go from one of these to a different one, it's going to take what? Like if you're going to melt ice, it takes what?
It's a time.
Space and time.
You just describe the weather, how it works out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's God.
Yeah. That's God, yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Because if you remember what is controlling the entire universe?
God.
Space and
time.
Which means there you go. And it's being touched by what? Everything at the same time, because no two things we talked about earlier, things at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does that mean? That means if you give it up to space and time, you're actually giving it up to who?
Okay, to myself.
To God, to bring me back to.
Okay.
Because only He knows who I really am.
I am.
Because that He made me.
Yeah.
So if I give it up to space and time, I'm actually the universe. I'm having faith that the universe is going to realign me with what?
With space and time.
With myself.
Yeah, you're right. So.
Because how did I get here? I let space and time bring me to who I really was.
Okay.
So I don't need to do anything. I just need to trust the
space and time process. It's a process. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. So anytime you're heated or you're low, you just need to go in the universe and give it space and time, and you will find yourself because it will come back to you.
Yeah.
It will be led back to yourself.
On yourself, and because you're focused on yourself, you know yourself. What's gonna happen now? You can create spells because you know yourself, and that's the basic stuff. Just saying the word, you know what? Tomorrow's gonna be a good day. With that, it's the most basic spell you can.
Yep. So here's so you're talking about spellcasting. This is how crazy spellcasting can be too. So this is why you have to be careful. Anytime you say you want something, or you have to remember, like, the universe is going to give it to you, and not in the way you think, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem, right? Like, sometimes people will say, like, oh, I want this or something, a passive thing, and sometimes it will bring it to them, but not the way
they wanted to.
Yeah, sometimes it's a negative way, right? Like you're like, I need a new car, right? So it puts you in a car accident.
You know, it happened to our friend. Bueno, I'm talking with the bruja. Not gonna say too much, and she was telling me, okay, I'm gonna help you out to make a pray, but if just let you know, I make this pray with another person, and this person asks, yo quiero nuevos principios. And what happened to that girl when they started the pray? That girl started a new beginning porque había terminado con su pareja, and she was losing everything. She was not specific, and she was not ready to. And what happened? Life is like, okay, you want,
and then you get mad at God.
Yeah, you get.
Then you're like, you didn't include instructions, yo.
Yeah.
You just kept saying, I want this, so we sent it to you. What do you want? You asked for that.
Yeah, it happened too. Es como que you gotta be specific. Like, quiero que me juntes con las personas específicas para levantar una carrera. Like
one time, I was like, I checked the closet like 3 times, and there was no hanger.
Yeah.
And I said, and I only had one piece of clothing left. I was like, I really need the hanger. I was like, I'm gonna look one more time. And there's gonna be a hanger. It was there.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's the hanger.
See?
This is just one of those times, like, just little things like that, where it's like, when you talk and it just, something comes up, or even like I said, I'd like to have a friend, with me on Friday.
That happened.
And then, boom.
Aquí estoy. They cancel me.
Yeah, or like, oh, I really need this. Like, I need this to work out, and then it happens that way.
See?
I'm like, and exactly the way I needed it.
See?
Like Saturday, I needed help with, like, I needed someone to, like, cancel that slot, but I'm not gonna cancel it. But I was like, man, it'd be really nice. It's like a convenient thing, right? Hey, can I change my day to another day?
Thank you. And you're like, thank you. Yeah, you are. It's because you know yourself, and because you're aligned, you can ask for things, and you can make spells.
And so then there's times I'm like, is today the day is this gonna be aligned today? La línea? Okay, fine. I'm paying my dues.
Yeah.
I do this one line for whatever long and just suffer. Not suffer, but just uncomfortable for this. But because I did that, boom, something else happens. Or boom, like this. It's like, how can I appreciate what the universe is cooking for me if I keep asking, what are you making? I just got to let the meal be ready.
Yeah.
And when it shows up, oh, I really wanted this. I know. But you got to let me cook. I have to make it for you.
Yeah, sure.
I got to make reality happen. It doesn't happen like that. I got to set up all the perfect what?
Things and heat and everything. Calentar todo.
I got to get the pieces so when you show up,
yeah.
You think it was easy to set all that up?
No, it was not.
You think it was easy to spin the universe a certain way and make all these people, for some reason, why am I doing this today? I don't know. And I had to get that guy to do that and get this person to do that and this person to do that just so you could have that one moment?
Sí.
Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate it. I get it.
You're funny. Nomás está viendo el micro como like, I did it.
Yeah, he's like,
I did it.
this isn't my first rodeo.
I did it.
I've been doing this a while.
Uh-huh.
It takes you guys a while to start appreciating me again. It's
Oh.
fine, whatever. Then you don't believe in me.
Yeah.
You know, then you all fighting. Then you guys unlock the universe for a while. Then someone has to mess it up. I know. I've been here a while. It goes through cycles.
Yeah. But I'm here.
Yeah, it's like you think you're the first civilization to fight over who knew everything. Oh, good.
Yeah. You know what? Like, talking about spellcast, back in the day when empezó la gripa, you know what is the
Was
word that?
COVID?
No. Before way back then. You know what was the word that everyone used when you sneeze?
Well, bless you.
Everyone.
Yeah, because you had a demon. Yeah, the demon get in.
But the thing is, when the people were dying about that thing, empezaron a decir, hey, pues vamos a decir bless you o salud para que te dé salud y no te mueras.
Oh.
But people, they didn't know, have no idea how to figure it out, la gripa. And they started spellcasting like, hey, pues salud.
Actually, they did. I want you to think about this.
Yeah. You think about it, esa fue la
Hold
primera
on. I want you to think about something because they are onto something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what about when I've talked about demons? I want you to think about which ones are we talking about. So think about the two demons that I talk about. Which ones are they?
Pues esto tendrían siendo los mind, ¿no?
There's two types of demons.
Tell me.
There's the garrapata
Okay.
and the depredador.
El perdedor. Yeah.
Right, the predator and the
garrapata. The sucker.
Yeah, like the leech.
Yeah.
Right. And so you have a predator and no, but there's parasite.
Yeah.
Parasite needs a host, right?
Sí.
Okay. So think about how when you don't take care of your body, the temple,
mm-hmm.
What are you leaving open for?
For parasites, para que te empiecen a llenar a ti.
And parasites can also include because of bad eating habits.
Sí.
Right? Not making good choices, not being healthy, not fasting.
No.
Right? Not giving your body the opportunity, not getting enough sunlight.
No.
Not moving your body enough, not letting your body, you see what I'm saying?
Sí.
And you start wondering, like, okay, so what were some of these things that were going on? So if you weren't living a purposeful life, you must have been a what?
Me, I'm a hollow shelf.
A demon.
A demon.
Because you were allowing the demonic, the shadow energy to live in your life, which is probably why you got sick, because you're not living at your highest capacity, right? Because people that take care of themselves get sick what?
Yeah.
Less. But not just eating perfect, but living a harmonious life.
Yeah.
Living with God.
Mm-hmm. So
when they thought people were possessed, it's because they were low-key kind of right, depending on what you mean by possessed.
Okay.
Like, were they allowing their alter ego to make horrible choices for them, leading them to make unhealthy choices, leading them to be more susceptible to disease and things like that, and not eating healthy, and again, like not, watching out for things.
Okay.
So I like to think, like, when people say these things, they're like, what were they really saying? Because if I have to accept that demons exist, right? If I have to accept that magic exists, right? Again, it's the knowledge of good and what?
Evil.
So all the good that we have to remember there's a shadow.
Sí.
Right? So the only reason people even think we're good is because there's so much fucking evil.
Sí.
Because if it was just normal, we just be doing normal stuff, but because it's so abnormal now that a good deed seems like crazy.
Sí.
When that should just be like normal or more normal, right? Because if everyone's chill, we're all doing pretty good, then these extra moments are like extra moments, right? But when it's like, wow, you're such a good person, why is that weird? Because we are so backwards that good seems like the odd thing now. When it should have just been the normal thing.
Sí.
And when you lived in think about how we used to live, like in these villages or whatever, but mostly it was like family. If you think about like bigger family, like the family would kind of stay in the same area, right? They'd kind of like bring people, but they'd be like these villages of like family members. So they took care of each other because they were what? That was what mattered.
Yeah.
But they've taken the family unit away. And now the family is the state.
Yeah.
So it's the government. It's the place you live, not so much the family.
Yeah.
Well, now without family, we are less connected. We're less we lose like that
certain community that we can have with other people. Yeah.
our sense of community.
Yeah. It happens a lot in the United States, and no one wants to talk about it. And what happens because we're not like helping each other, it becomes a negative emotion.
We are, and the crazy thing is, even if we were helping each other, because of the way propaganda works, you wouldn't know.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't know.
No.
Let's say we could have a bunch of people marching in different states right now, and we wouldn't even know if they didn't want us to what.
Yeah. Until it's
if the government just wanted to shut down any insight on it, how would you know about it?
You will know. Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That when you trust the thing that's on the TV and forget that who controls that, the entire process,
Mm-hmm.
you have to question everything.
Yeah.
Because again, how is information supposed to get around? Not that way.
No. Through everyone.
Through feelings, through connection, through
We
genuineness.
use the words just to explain a feeling. It's not. It's como las matemáticas. They get to a close thing, but it's infinitive.
They have a theory that they theorize that cavemen didn't talk much.
Mm-hmm.
Want to know why?
Why?
Why'd they need to?
Just like do stuff.
Only words were only or sacred.
Mm-hmm.
You only talk when necessary.
Yeah. Like,
Most communication was what? Body language.
Body language. Yeah, that would like.
Yeah, just like because we just knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
There was no.
Cierto.
Yeah, because they talked less.
We still kids, but when éramos adultos, we have to think about it. But we be the kids to know how to do stuff. Y ya nos conocíamos, and we know who we are. Ya sabemos que como hombre, pues tenemos.
I want you to think. This is how crazy kids are.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking beat Pokemon Red and Blue before I could read.
Yeah.
How the fuck did I do that?
Because you see colors.
I just pattern recognition. Yeah. You don't need to know. You just need to know enough. But think about it, right? I was so determined to beat this game, even though I couldn't read it, that I figured it out.
Yeah.
That's how crazy the human condition can be.
And that's magic.
It is.
And it's magic.
It is. It's muscle memory. It's that conditioning. It's the programming.
Mm-hmm.
I was programming. So the reason why when you're learning something new, it sucks is because you're aligning yourself to become the version that can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a party in there that can do it, but it hasn't found itself yet.
Mm-mm.
So but if I keep doing this thing, eventually the person that in me that can do this, the part of me in there that can, but will finally what?
Yeah, I'll hold together.
And then it'll work.
Yeah.
I just need to find that version of me. Reality is creating the version of me that can do the thing I'm trying to do.
But because we don't accept ourselves, we don't know who we are, and we reality cannot.
It's like when you tear your muscle is creating new space for what? For new muscle growth, right? Yeah. So you're ripping your brain apart to add new layers to what?
Make it
knowledge.
Stronger. Yeah. Yeah.
So sometimes it feels like you're what?
Ajá, que te duele la cabeza. And you're reading a lot, and you're like, yeah, I gotta stop.
But then you come back and you're stronger, you're faster, you get it because you're literally.
You know, there's a rule on the book too that says give you 100%, but no te fuerces. People they tend to think that 100% is forcing ourselves, and what happened? We get drained. Your 100% is always like when you wake up like this. This is my 100%.
100% should be from your heart.
Yeah,
and that's what they don't understand. It's 100% heart.
Ajá, andale.
But that's 50% brain and 50% body.
So they get together and it's a heart nap.
Yeah, because when your thoughts get too much, you start to go up.
Yeah. And
when your feelings start to get much, you start to go down.
Yeah, you chill.
Yeah.
Sí, te frías.
Literally, like if you don't stress out, what do you do with your body? You lump it.
Yeah.
But the second you stress, what do? Stand up.
Sí.
Yeah, that's.
It's like gamer mode. When you're chilling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're starting to what? Calculate how am I going to win?
Sí.
So you start focus. That's called focus.
Uh-huh.
That's why people with back problems, it's because of their focus. So where's the spinal cord at? It's coming off of the spine, right? Sí. So the weight kind of leaches out like that. So what is it doing to all those muscle groups when you stress out? Fucking grabs them. Sí. So why do old people have back problems? Because if
están así.
Yes, they're always if they're stressed out, they're always what? Grabbing this area. That causes fibromyalgia, that causes back issues. And if you already have a swollen disc or something, what are you constantly doing to it?
Sí, se contrae.
You never let it relax.
No, never.
So burnout means that if I put something in a chief that's burned out, what happens?
quema.
Nothing works because it's burned out. The system doesn't work. So if my back is burned out, no matter how much I want to get up and do stuff, I'm burned out. I can't focus.
No, you can't.
That's the
Porque
problem.
siempre estuviste tenso y se gastó el músculo.
And now the person's saying I have back problems, I'm tired all the time, I'm angry, I'm stressed, because they never learned how to just chill.
Sí, no supieron.
That's why I also believe that stress causes carpal tunnel.
Okay.
Because what do you do when you're stressed?
Esto, entonces sí.
What do you feel it?
Aquí.
Right there. Oh,
Yeah.
what the?
Hey, you know stuff.
So when people are always like this, right? And also, why do you know stress comes from the brain? Because, all right, where do you put your hands when you're stressed out?
Aquí.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
On your head, in your brain.
Sí.
On your neck.
Sí,
What about when you're in your feelings?
And your heart?
You didn't choose to do this.
No.
You were programmed
Y piensan que
to
es un
do
niño.
this.
Yeah, it's like a little kid.
Yes.
Aquí estás.
Yes. Because that's the,
You're right. Sí. Y como no están aquí bien, esto no conecta. Sure. Por eso le dicen el hombro del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu.
You'll see that in the book too. In the book, they'll talk about magnetism because the brain connects to the hands and the body connects to the feet.
Yeah. It's siempre que, you know what's
okay,
funny?
think about, what's moving my hands? Which part?
Tus hombros, tu cerebro.
Which part's moving my bottom?
Yeah. El corazón. Damn. You know stuff.
What's moving my hands?
Acá atrás. Yeah.
What's moved down here?
Acá.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
That's why the kid doesn't need to think before they can walk. They don't need to touch. They're already using their feet.
Yeah, they're playing around.
You're using your feet before you use your hands.
Your hands.
Yeah, you kick, right? And then because you don't even know what to reach for, so you're really just like looking.
Por eso los niños están corriendo porque they get excited that they're trying out all their troops.
Yeah, their gut is telling them where to what?
Where to go.
Yeah, it's trying to find fulfillment.
Sí.
That's fulfillment. Yeah.
Empiezan a probar, empiezan a ver.
But how are they? Their hands they're not very good at what?
And holding things.
Yeah, so it's not. They're still trying to, but their legs are much better.
Yeah.
At getting around. Even if it's just the
thing.
Because you're just doing this when you're little. It's not specific.
Yeah.
It's just kind of.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Es cierto.
That's where they're feelers, then they're desirers, and then they're thinkers. You feel the world, then you desire things in the world, and then you think about.
You start putting limits and everything. Yeah.
You start understanding.
You know that thing is burns because ya me pasó una vez con la plancha. Te va a quemar y
That's why you gain the Adam's apple.
Oh.
Because you mature.
Aquí.
Kids don't have Adam's apples. No. It's something you get from what? Maturity. The apple of good and evil.
Yeah.
That's actually what the apple is called. The apple of good and evil.
Good and evil.
Because it's knowledge of knowing what's. Because without the apple, you're just you're a kid.
Yeah.
You don't have the Adam's apple yet.
Yes.
So you can't produce. You're just a child. Yeah. But then when you gain maturity, you can know that people can be horrible humans.
Sí.
So that guy that used to say comments to the girls, you're like, why was that teacher's fucking weird? Like you can like look back and be like, that's fucking odd.
Yeah.
Why would he say that? Like now as an adult, but as a kid, you didn't think twice about it because you literally didn't what? You didn't even think. How could you think twice about it?
No puedes porque no.
There was no thought to begin with. Yeah. So they're all about the vibe. That's why kids are like, I don't like their energy. I don't like the way they touched me. Yeah. The kids are very much just
emotional
survival.
Sí. Sí, tienes razón. They get scared with someone and todo está como que, ¿qué onda? Mommy, help me.
Feelers.
Yeah, feelers.
And now, so that's why the son is the man, right? The provider, and then the woman is the receiver. And then when she has a baby, the baby's also what? A receiver because it's just a feeler.
Yeah.
It doesn't produce yet.
No.
They can't even produce until what? Until adolescence or beyond.
Sí.
So you can't get a job till you're what? 16 because you can't produce. No. You can't even think about producing.
No. Por eso lo dejan a los 16 porque they can start thinking doing stuff.
Yep. They can start planning for a future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
So they can plan destinations.
Are you from the government?
No, they wouldn't want me to tell you this.
Hey, calmate. FBI.
No. If you get a beautiful woman that seems out of your league for some reason, they just start coming to talk to you, run. Run.
Arre, salud corriendo.
That's what happened to, what was his name? Something Green? Jacobo Green?
Jacobo Green?
Greenwich? Jacobo, what's his name?
Jacobo los dos?
No, there's a guy named Jacobo that Greenwich, something like that. He was a guy that was unlocking the metacognition. He was a scientist, figuring out how to do telepathy and connecting, and he disappeared.
Okay, yeah, you're right, es cierto. Llegó un punto de verdad.
Yeah, he disappeared.
Yeah.
But they're like, the girl he was with was like, she disappeared right after he did. So, like, it was weird. And then they found his name in CIA documents that he was working at a college.
What?
That they found that they took him, and then he disappeared after he like unlocked the universe. Yeah. Anyways,
Aliens.
So that's what happened. The Greenwich guy he got. Yeah.
¿Cómo sabía eso?
A lot of esoteric groups or spiritual people that really start unlock stuff. The CIA doesn't like that. Yeah. That happens to a lot of people because these are secrets that are designed to be hidden, because if you teach people that they have the power of God and they can connect with the divine and they can read through lies, they can start manipulating the universe around them, they can start bending reality. That is a lot of power to have. That's a lot of power to give somebody.
Yeah.
And when people know this, they don't allow others to kind of dictate their lives anymore. So they don't want. That's why that book I let you use. I told you they don't sell that in the States.
No,
I'm dead serious. Like if you look it up right now, it won't. You can't find it. So, but it's like out of all the things that you could ban, or not even ban, but just not even sell, why would you stop one that was just talking about God? Why is God the scariest tool that you can give somebody?
They don't want you to think.
Now, it's even more interesting because how often people say Jesus Christ, oh my God, just naturally. It's just you could be atheist and they still what?
Think things.
They still say that word. They still say those things.
They have to.
Christ.
Yes.
Something in them just what?
God doesn't want to.
It's programmed in you.
Yeah. God doesn't
want
to.
Why do you dance when no one's around? Why do you sing when no one's around? Because it's like the little Easter eggs. I thought God's funny. God's like, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to program to say these things.
Yeah.
When they get pissed off, they'll pray to me. Or not pray, but when they're scared. When they're pissed off, they'll swear at me.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking God damn it.
Fucking God damn it.
He's humorous, like,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's not even me, bro. You're me.
Yeah.
I'm you.
You and me.
We're the same. That's why there's like that meme where it's like the hand pushing you, the hand, and then the hand, and it's like you.
Yeah, no.
Like you doing you to you.
That's because of the thing, my theory. Everyone is God. Nosotros estamos ayudando al final de cuentas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even more theories about those theories are even crazier. Those theories are that everybody that you know in your life is actually you in another timeline that you just don't know. And so everything is just you, which theoretically is true in the sense that if everyone comes from the same amoeba or whatever, that's the initial start of the life, which is, again, earth, water, wind, plasma, fire, right? These are the powers combined to create life, right? That's like, if you think about it, the perfect storm with the right lightning bolt is going to cause what? The fucking mechanism to like activate.
Yeah.
And then once you get that activating mechanism, all you need to do is have flowing water, current. Like you have to have movement that is being. The earth has to move the life into what? Existence using the sun and using what? Night and
day.
Exactly, night and day. So you needed the moon to pull the what? Water, right? Yeah. The water had to be pulled. And then you needed the earth to have night and day to give things the cool off period, right?
Yeah.
So the good and the peace and the hot, right? So we needed the mix.
They keep it warm.
Exactly. So we needed the two to coexist so that they could have the two seasons, right? The up and the downs, the up and the downs. So you can see how these rhythmic patterns are already starting to set the precedent for what? The precedent for what?
Okay.
Life.
You know, I'm thinking about something. That's why we have the North Pole and the South Pole. Porque como están en la sombra siempre está frío. Pero significa que la luna se está alejando y el sol se está acercando. That's why we have the thing.
Yeah, we're all going. So the moon's coming to us, and we're going towards the sun. But think about it this way: like, this is just one of many planets that could possibly be in the universe. We're not meant to leave this planet in the same way that, like, okay, let's say we go back to the code. All right, we go back to source. That source, it's like us playing the computer right now.
Yeah. See, no?
Yeah, like the game is in there, right? So like the game, like, you know, if we're playing a game and I put in coordinates, it'll just take me to where?
To
that place in the game, right? How fast does it do it? It just does it, right? Because it just goes there, right? And so that's the same thing. Like once we leave that zone, because that's another dimension. So you know how we look at a cube, right? Now the cube itself doesn't know that it's a cube. It only operates within the 3D space. But so like imagine working outside that, or like even a square, right? So this square, it can't see outside the what? The 2D plane it's in, right? But we can see the whole what?
The whole picture in 3D. Yeah.
So the next dimension is another 90-degree angle from ours. And that means they can view our entire reality in what? In one go.
Yeah.
Remember Inception? They got all like the crazy looking. That's the other dimension.
Okay.
That's the other 90-degree from us, is the higher dimension. And so it sees all realities at one point. And so that would be a higher dimensional being. It would see all of it. So it would give you like warnings like, yo, that's going to happen. Because it's that dimension, the higher dimensional being would see all of reality the entire time.
You know, you're right.
Just as much as I can see the whole cube, but it can't, like, I can see the whole surface area, but if I was two-dimensional, I'd only be able to see what? Right here. Like,
siempre he dicho que son ese point of view all the time.
I wouldn't be able to see
aspiration, something
outside of the view I have because of the dimension I exist in.
Sí, porque te estás enfocando nomás aquí. You're not seeing the whole picture.
Yeah. So again, even if I had a 3-dimensional world in my computer, if I was to come out of it, like the Matrix, right? Like Neo, he comes out of it. He's not there anymore. But he could be anybody in the Matrix.
Yeah.
He can go back into the Matrix. That's what we do. That's what our souls would do. It would go back into the Matrix, but we could choose to be an Earthling or another type of being or whatever. Like the animals, they're NPCs to some extent. They work with the universe, right? So like you can get attached to your dog, but that'd be like attaching, like, you know, it's like a thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like it's sentimental for sure because it's like your special one from your timeline, but it's not like the same as a human.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same conscious, like in the same sense of like the God.
Yeah.
Like the ability to create and all that. It doesn't have that layer, that extra layer.
But because you put a thought on it, you think you're having the power in it. Nomás por agarrarlo. Pasa mucho con las piedras. People, they think that if I start focusing on the stones, I'm going to get the power, I'm going to get healed and everything. Well, it's not basically that it's a stone. Nomás porque se ve bonita, you think it's special. And because you think it's special, you're starting to put energy. And you focus on something like, I'm going to heal myself. Y te estás sanando tú sin la piedra. It's you doing the thing.
And so when we leave this universe, then we have the potential to go to a whole different universe.
Yeah.
Like, could be a whole different planet with different schematics. And instead of humans, we're more like dinosaur people.
Yeah.
Lizard people. And theoretically, or like the Anunnaki.
Yeah.
Like if they're real, like we would be one of them. We could be an Anunnaki instead of a human, right? But again, it just depends on maybe like your self-worth. Like, what layer of the game do you get to so that you unlock, like, oh, you figured out this much, so you get these, like, you get to unlock these new things. Like, oh, you figured out this part of it, so you've unlocked
this thing
because you allowed that. Like, you gain access to like higher, like, dimensional outings or whatever because you've unlocked the game that way. And so that's how I see it, is like once you leave this universe, or not even this universe, you call it this universe, this part of the 3D world, you could pick someone else, and maybe it's in a different timeline, different time zone, different whatever, but in that moment, because that's when you chose to live. It's like when you're watching a movie, that movie's happening when
No, in real time.
when you're watching it.
Yeah, when you're watching it.
Even though it already happened.
Yeah.
But you were experiencing it as it's happening.
See.
So that movie is happening in real time for you.
Yeah.
Even though it already did. But like, if you chose a timeline, when you join that timeline, because your reality isn't real, it's what I'm rendering my reality right now. I'm only rendering what I can render right now in my reality. So that means if I went to a different universe, game, whatever, different type, when I'm living in that moment, just like when I log into the game, that's only like when I go to sleep, you're still here, but I don't know. Well, if I play a different game,
they're gonna be.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
So nothing else matters to me because they're not part of my reality.
Yeah.
I'm just part of the reality.
Yeah.
That's what different.
Yeah. No, you're right. That was a cool talk.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys on the next. Well, yeah. We'll see you on the next one.
Well, next one.
Well, we'll see where you're at. Take it easy, guys. Bye. Yeah, we'll see.